the force and to the Almighty that has been a reason of myself standing at this place in front of you all. Nearly before 3 months from now, we, the 24 young authors of India, were selected for this prestigious award by Sahitya Academy. Nearly before 3 months from now, I was just one of the authors and poets who had published his or her novel with approximately 6 to 7 other authors of same language. Same month. Before 3 months, I was just a writer who writes and make her creations published sooner or later, like everyone else does. But then, in the noon of December 2021, a sudden change occurred to my writing career. All of a sudden, I became the youngest writer to get awarded Yuva Puraskar by Sahitya Academy. The sudden change, which is still amusing till today. From that day, I became Yuva Puraskar winner and author of Amanas Drashti Soni overnight. I became a question of current affairs and government examination being held in Gujarat, such as Talati and etc. We all know that this is definitely more than just an award. Thus, I know the value of it and that value of myself standing and delivering my words for the same. I may be far away from the core life of India, may be pushed to live a good life that could be a dream of several persons. This makes me a less of complainer or a fighter for basic necessities that are uh, majority of people are in this country. Then, what have I seen and what have I lived being a representative of the same place, of same people? Does this make me lesser than a true writer, an authentic artist? I do have the answer. I may not have experienced the pain of hunger, but I have seen people who are not able to eat even if they have plenty of food right in front of them. From where I belong is definitely not the place free from the scream. It does have screams and suicides, tears and tiredness, anger and agony, and also the beauty of its own. Indeed, our subjects are different from what we have been reading, watching, listening usually. It is just because our lives and surroundings are different from the usual. I must praise the jury who chose to take a glance at subjects like this too. The subjects that are being considered as a taboo in all over the world. The subjects that are being unheard since the day it began to exist. The subjects that are being treated worse to see than to get blind. Also, the subjects that are bleeding a lot of people throughout the world. The screams I feel the most intensively are those of unacceptance, loneliness, being unheard, the joy of enhancing from the darkness, killing silence. Apart from hunger, poverty, I feel that stages like this demands tremendous struggle for one's sake and it requires proper attention too. It demands the allowance of their own selves from no one. I shall share the quote which has been printed on the back cover of my novel, Amanas, that a man has to be allowed to do anything that is harmonious to the mankind, otherwise he would be the reason of disharmony to the mankind. My creation may not be that good to justify the subject itself. I don't know how much I have given justice to characters of this book and to emotions of the same. But I am quite satisfied and happy with mine and every other creation which echoes the screams. I remember sentence by Sahadat Hassan Manto that art works like a mirror which makes us to see our world. I also remember a quote by German writer Franz Kafka that a book must be an ache for the frozen sea within us. I agree and believe in both of them. Art's supposed to wound us and sword us of nothing else but ours and our surroundings reality. And the responsibility of an artist is also the same, pouring his or her aesthetics in it. I, being an artist, understand and respect my responsibility for my art and its word that is nothing but the word itself. Whatever I write as if this is my very first story or very first poem, as if the writer in me has just born. With every new story, the writer is tested. With the end of every story, I feel something of me has been lost. not something that was mine and now delivered out to the world. But whenever I heard about it later from other people, it returns to my lap. This is a journey which I can do for infinite times, and this life feels too short for the same. Being a 21-year-old, I may not desire something larger than usual life, a nice career, handsome earning, cheerful days, but being a writer, something constantly stabs me. It wakes me up, it forces me to scream, it makes me realize that I am alive. I thus received the award respectfully, being thankful to this gift for my very first Gujarati novel, Amaras, and being directly or indirectly motivated to write more and more, being faithful to the world, to my language, to myself, and to the every emotion I feel and every scream I hear. I must thank members of the jury for considering Amaras. I should thank Sahitya Academy for the prestigious award. This ceremony may last for hours, but moments like this cherishes us to the lifetime. I here remember everyone who are with me physically or mentally too. My parents, my friends, and those who are part of me and whom I am part of. Thank you everyone for your patience, for listening to me and having this wonderful moment.
थैंक यू दृष्टि। अब मैं आमंत्रित करता हूँ हिमांशु वाजपेयी।